Yeah, looking at what is happening in Nigeria and globally, and we'll be bringing you updates with respect to the proposed nationwide protests and what will be expecting in the days ahead. From what we are seeing this morning, it looks as the organizers are not ready to back down. Even the federal government have made all frantic effort to persuade Nigerians and the organizers to share the protest. From what I have here, this is a Vanguard newspaper. In what looks like Obi daring Tinubu and federal government, Obi is backing the protest. But let me quickly read out the major headline here. It's a hardship. Police, protest organizers dig in. Let us look at the riders. The rider is saying, be cautious. Can warns federal government. Protest organizers. Obi backs plan nationwide protests. Say hunger, hopelessness are sponsors. Obi is telling federal government that hunger and hopelessness is a major sponsor of the protest, not necessarily an individual or himself. Then the other one is saying, stop criminalizing, politicizing protests. Lookman tells Tinubu. Police defend request for details. Yes, police defend request for details. Remember that before now, the police high command have told protesters to make available the groups that will be participating, the rules they will be taking, the duration of the protest, and the measures they will be putting in place to forestall the protest being hijacked by hoodlums. Then we see another thing here saying security concerns, panic over planned protests, worrisome. That's coming from Utome. Ignore Adebanjo Afenifere not in support of protests. That's coming from Fashionanti's fashion. Remember that Adebanjo's fashion has said, though his group will not be participating, but that he support the protest. But we are seeing the other fashion of Fashionanti saying Adebanjo should be ignored, that Afenifere is not participating. Though Adebanjo's fashion said they were not participating, but that they are in support of the protest. You see another one, it says Tesco's debunk allegation of plan to frustrate #end bad governance protest. Technos debunk allegations of plans to frustrate #end bad governance protest. I think the reason the Technos are debunking this is because if you go to almost all the major telecommunication industries like NTN, you will see crowd in their premises because Nigerians, many of them have their lab bad, and the officials of NTN and some other network are having a very hectic day trying to attend to subscribers who have besieged their office this morning, trying to get their lines on bad. That is the issue. Personally, I think I had a similar experience yesterday where I was fortunate enough yesterday, being Sunday, as I was passing by one of the NTN offices, I saw that they were on duty. I dashed in, and luckily for me, I was attended to and they unbarred my line. So that is the situation. I think let us quickly look at what we have on the cover page of Punch so that we bring in our reviewers. Let us quickly look at what we have on the cover page of Punch before bringing our reviewers. Because this morning, Nigerians are looking at what the government can do if they hope to avert this protest. Okay, the Punch is saying US, UK, Canada issue security alerts. Traders fear looting. Let us look at the rider. The rider is saying foreign missions foresee violence as FG, OB differ on protests, on protest sponsors. Mr. David, you can come. Okay, before the first reviewer comes in, let us look at the fact. So, Mr. Stanley, we discussed the other day This one we are here again, and it still has to do with the issue of the protest. From what we are seeing, the Obi today is saying he's in support of the protest. But he's telling government, he say the major sponsor of the protest is hunger and hopelessness. Meaning if government can address hunger and hopelessness, the strike, Nigerians may not go on protest. Do you agree with what Obi is saying?
Yeah, what we said is the fucking fact. That is the fact. Let the truth be told. That is the major problem of this country: hunger and hopelessness. So if the president can, if the government can do something about it, there is nothing about the protest. So that is what the protest is all about.
Then okay, let's talk because normally because the government has seen that no matter the opinion, Nigerians have right of peaceful protest. I think that is what is standing now because Section 40 of 1999 Constitution has amended, give Nigerians the right of peaceful protest, though it must be done within the ambits of the law. I think that is what all the stakeholders are preaching, including Obi himself. But there's area I want us to look at where he say, MTN and some other network ban some people from using their line.
Yeah.
Personally, my line was bad. But yesterday, I was lucky enough. I saw that one of the NTN offices in my area was in operation yesterday. I went there and they attended to me and they unbarred the line. But look at what is coming here. It say Technos debunk allegation of plans to frustrate and bad governance protest. Because people are saying maybe they want to use it to distort the protest. That is why they are barring people's line. What is your take on that?
I mean, my think on that is that no matter how they ban the line, the protest must still hold. Banning the line, blocking the line can never make the protest not to hold again. Because the deed has been done. The protest must take place. That is what we want Nigerians to know. No matter anything they do, they can't stop the protest. The protest is going to take place, whether they like it or not. Because something has to be done. Because we can't keep it aside. We can't keep it as I told you people before. If there is a man to pray, there is a God to answer. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. You have to speak out. Say your mind. Ndị Igbo, according to ndị Igbo si na ekwu ekwu mere ntị. Ekwu ekwu mere ọnụ, anụ ya na-eme ntị. Yọtagama nke esi akọwa ya n'Igbo. That is Igbo proverb for you. So the most important thing there is that the protest have to take place because as I'm talking to you now, the one pint of beans is 12,500. The last time I speak to you people, it was 10,000, but today they added extra 25 on top of it.
When it's increasing.
Increasing, that means it's increasing. The government is not want to do anything on it yet because nothing is working well. Nothing is working out. Last 4 days, I think it was 10,000. Today, now as I'm talking to you now, 12,500 per one painter of beans. So beans is not good. Where is the government taking us to? At least the only thing that our leaders promise us is that Agbado and Ewa. But Agbado and beans, corn and beans is nowhere to be found. So what is happening? You understand what is happening? Let the truth be told. We have to know what we have to do because the deed has been done. The protest must take place. That is the fucking fact. The protest must take place. Whether they like it or not, the protest must take place.
Let us look at the admonition that is coming from the president's daughter. I'm talking about Iyabo Ojo, who have advised Lagosians to share the planned protest. Of course, he was speaking to market women, one of the markets in Lagos, where he asked parents to advise their children not to participate in the protest. What is your view?
Oh man, person wey wan talk go talk im mind, who wan do go still do im mind. If you like, let her advice from now till tomorrow. According to me, and I know other Nigerians I still have their support. The protest must take place no matter anything until they do amendment. Something has to be done. It's not only by addressing to us in just mouth, giving us all those fake promises. Promise that you give woman when you want to fuck her, when you done with the woman, all the promise, babash. So we can't continue like that again. Something has to be done. We don't just need any fake promises addressing us to us. No, something has to be done. Let them do something. Let us see the react. We have react. We need amendment. You can't just only be telling us you're back on the protest. Why nothing has to be done? Giving us promises, we should give you time. The time we give you is enough. our time is insufficient again and our patience is insufficient. So nothing, something has to be done. Amendment has to be. You understand? Because by now beans is not supposed to go down like 7,000. Let's know that we are still approaching, but it's still increasing from 10,000 to 12,500. Where are they taking us to? Something has to be done. The protest has to take place. That's what I'm telling you, my fellow Nigerians. Let's support and make things work out again. We have to protest. We have to protest for the betterment of our generation, because maybe we are not facing it, but our generation will still face it. We have to. One day now you hear that they have already sold Nigeria to one person. One person have bought Nigeria. So we have to do something, my fellow Nigerian that is watching with us, that is following us. We have to do something. We have to protest. The protest has to be take place. The deed has been done. We have to do something to correct what they have been done. So the protest must take place, my fellow Nigerians.
Okay, finally, before I let you go, let us look at what is coming from UK, US, and Canada. They issued a security alert, and some people they fear violence. How do you think this can be organized in such a way that there will be no violence?
Violence is not our problem. I don't think that we will violence. What is our problem is we need to protest. But if it cause violence, because
No,
okay,
the fear of government is that violence.
okay, the fear of government is violent, and I assure them there is nothing like violence. Their fear is not a violence. Their fear is what is going to happen after the protest. Violence,
You're going to make them unpopular.
yeah. It's going to make them unpopular, because while we are protesting, we know maybe it will not give us what we want, but let it be in a history, let it be in a record that we protest against this APC government. That is our mindset. Our mindset is not that Tinubu is going to do what we ask him to do. I know he will not do it because he's Jagaban. He's not going to do our wish, but let it be in a history that we once protest. Whether violent or no violent, the protests have to take place, because all the violence that we are going to do, it won't cost them more. It won't cost us what they have taken from us.
Violence, we don't preach violence, and violence is not.
No. We don't preach violence, but I'm trying to give you an example. Are they afraid of violence? Why people are dying without violence? We didn't advance violence, but the protest must take place. We are not after the violence. What we are after is let the deed has to be done. You understand? The protest has to take place. Even they didn't do what we want, they didn't do what we asked them of, but let it be in a history that we protest against this APC government promising us for change, that we don't know the kind of change. But the mistake we Nigeria do is when they're promising us for change. Change is two types. You can change the good to bad. You can change the bad to good. Our worstest mistake we have ever made is we would have asked them, whose change are you giving us? Is it changing the good to bad or changing the bad to good?
So meaning we didn't ask enough questions before the
We
election.
didn't ask enough questions before the election. They promised us the change, and this is the change they promised us. To my own opinion, to my own understanding, this is the change. Change is many types. We're supposed to demand, which change are you giving us? Are you changing us from eating 5 square meal to 1 square meal? It's change. For example, you are eating 3 square meal. You now start eating 1 square meal. It's change too. You are eating 3 square meal. You now started eating 5 square meal. It's still change. So we're supposed to demand, which change are you giving us? Are you changing our 3 square meal to 1 square meal, or changing our 3 square meal to 4 square meal? That is part of change. You have to know the change you people want to. That is the greatest mistake we did for change. This is still that change. You can't sue them to court and win them, because this is part of change. They are changing your good to bad. It's part of change. We Nigerians, let us sit up and know what we will do. Let's make things right. Let's make things work again. Let's unite as a one Nigerian. In America, when they break, you hear God bless America, but once they break, you hear everybody cursing Nigeria. Cursing Nigeria, is that what's supposed to be? Our leaders just putting us astray. They're taking our greatness to for weakness, and it's not supposed to be done like that. So it's not their fault. This is the part of the change. Change can be good. Change can be changing good to bad, changing bad to good. That is change.
Mr. Stanley, am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
I must say very big thank you for your time. We hope to have you next time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll be bringing another review. But from what Stanley is saying, that the government afraid is not because of violence, that they're afraid because the protests will make the government unpopular. I think the government need to work on their popularity by doing what the citizens will consider being right. And what the citizens will consider being right at this point has to do with addressing their concerns. And their major concern currently has to do with the issue of food security and security of lives and property. But let me quickly say at this point that the constitution is unambiguous about the very primary purpose of governance, to the extent that the constitution say the welfare of Nigerians and their security shall be the primary purpose of governance. So to that extent, if Mr. President is protecting lives and property, he's not doing anybody any favor, rather it's incumbent on him to protect lives and property. So I think Mr. Chinedu Michael, please, let's have you. Let us bring in Mr. Chinedu Michael, a renowned political affairs analyst, to give us his thoughts about what we're expecting in the days ahead. That is Mr. Chinedu Michael coming. We are looking at Obi this morning, officially pronouncing that he backed the protest. It looked like Obi is daring federal government this time around. He said, I back the protest. Though, according to him, hopelessness and hunger is the sponsor of the protest. What is your take?
Right. I think Peter Obi has made his position known that the reason why Nigerians want to embark on the protest is because of um, hunger. So already has come out to say they don't have any sponsor. The sponsor is hunger. A lot of them, Nigerians, are going to the streets. But the protest currently now is taking another dimension seriously. Those are the things that are going to um, take people to occupy the streets at the end of the day, because of a certain social attack on individuals pioneered by government and government agencies, trying to cripple individual social life at the end of the day, and at the means of sustainability so far. You can see what is happening all over Nigeria now, where a certain network, has banned over 11 million subscribers, and we have not seen any official statement coming out from NCC.
No, there's a official statement. Let me show you. Though personally, I had experience of my life was bad yesterday, but luckily for me, I dashed into an MPN office yesterday where they attended to me. But look at the rider, one of the riders here, saying Technos debunk allegation of plans to frustrate hashtag end governance protest. It's in reaction to people's that are being banned.
You don't understand what I mean.
No, I know NCC is the regulator.
You understand? Or NCC is supposed to have come out to make a statement. This statement has nothing to explain that, because telecoms are being controlled by government agencies. They can subtly deny that, but it's a reality. We expected a direct response from the spokesperson of the presidency, or even from the minister of information and communication, or whoever that's in charge of that office would have come out to make a statement in that regard. Telecoms coming to saying that all those things does not. That's what I mean. There's no official statement coming from government agencies. So um, uh, 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 there is also the issue of Q, and making Nigerians, temper to continue to rise against the present situation. And if care is not taken, definitely this thing might lead to something that this administration cannot be able to contain. Because we have, on a good note, that most of the politicians are already hitting the airport, nationally. They are leaving the country, maybe sensing possible danger. It will get to an extent, it will become a tribal thing, where sentiments are going to play in if care is not taken, and everybody will be forced to defend his region against perceived victimization. So and the way I'm seeing it is like they want to desert Asurok at the end of the day. I mean, those who call themselves leaders, and leave this thing solely for Bola Ahmed Tinubu to handle. That would be too funny for him at this moment. But how do you look at it? That's politics for you in Nigeria. They always look at it from different, from the point of self-interest. They don't care. So the fact is that whatever Obi have said at this point in time, for me, he said that it's a global thing. People have right to protest. It's constitutional. It's legal. But this government are trying to twist the constitutional right of people to protest. and to an extent, there might be a level of resistance at the end of the day. As I'm talking to you now, there's news making around that the letter that was sent to the Minister of FCT to acknowledge the usage of government facilities for the protest, has not been able to get a response in that regard. So it might likely lead to a form of force, and overzealous security agencies that are not that professional might try to add to that, and that might escalate. And once it escalate, uh, um, people need to understand that at that point, even the military, some military personnel are also not comfortable with the situation, and they can cash in at anything at the end of the day, and it might not be something this government cannot be able to handle at the end of the day. But what P2B is saying is this: those things that have pushed people to the streets in form of protest, government have not been able to handle that. But they are trying to push it to a global phenomenon. There's hunger everywhere around the world. So if there's hunger around the world, influenced by certain policies and all that, you as a government, with all the people surrounding you, need to have alternative solutions to situations like this. When PDP were running this administration, and when they were saying it clearly, there's danger ahead. There's danger ahead. People like Tinubu and Buhari and the rest of them, did not want Nigerians to see the need of competency in that Jonathan's administration. They carried all manner of propaganda, all manner of protest, all manner of attack on Jonathan's administration, and Nigerians unfortunately fell for it. And the consequences of that calamity is what Nigerians have come to realize, that there's need for them at this point in time to actually face reality. And secondly, trying to bring ethnic undertone to this protest, is something the Igbos should be very careful about, because if you look at the numbers of people that has already been published that are behind the sponsorship or whatever, of this protest, I did not see most of them are not Northerners, though such group might likely have Northern affiliations. But if you look at it very well, you find out that it is entirely a Yoruba affair, and what does that tell you? It tells you that that no Igbo man was in that group, if true, the way we see it was published. Igbo man is not there. I cannot see any Hausa figure there. But that does not mean those groups does not have a national affiliation that might step out at the end of the day to participate in that protest. It's a demonstration, it's a rally. I keep on saying that the federal government utterances, is igniting the possibility, they are going to use excessive force at the end of the day, and possibly that might degenerate to a kind of uncontrollable situation where government will struggle to contain it, and that might shift the ground from end bad government to revolution, which was the fear of so many politicians that are currently now running away from Nigeria.
Okay, now let us look at what Mr. Stanley said, the first reviewer, that the fear of government is not violence. That their fear is that this protest will make them unpopular.
Of course, the government of APC, not even this Tinubu's administration, has been very, very unpopular. Because the starvation policy is linked to Islamic. How would I put it? It has Islamic tendencies. But because when you are trying to use forced starvation policy on the people, you are trying to force people, to obey, to or even to swallow government unpopular policies, and in that process, it might lead to people trying to use it and as a tool, to further carry out a certain agenda that most Nigerians are still looking at it from different perspectives. That this starvation policy of Buhari and Tinubu might lead to Islamization. It's an agenda. It can be narrow the way people look at it, but it's possible that can use starvation, to advance Fulanization and Islamization of Nigeria. Considering the fact that both the vice president and both the president and the vice president are all from one religion, and the former too the same thing. That has been accused severally of that. So if you look at that from that angle, you know that starvation policy of this administration is is um, is geared towards something that Nigeria has never been able to have a proper catch on. So based on that, people are already divided. Those who are in support and those who are not in support. Those who are not supporting this protest, might be the same people, who understand that this policy might be a direct or an indirect attack, to further advance certain interests in this country that are not favorable. Nigeria has been on the altar of slaughter for a very long time, and if people does not come out to question the rationality of government's policies, that has become a threat to Nigerian citizens, then you know that all of us, even those who see and did not speak, are victims at the end of the day. So those who rise up to speak and of course defend the unity of this country or the continuation of Nigeria, so to say, I should be commended. They should not demonize protest. That's what Tinubu's administration is trying to do at this point in time, to demonize it, to make it look as if, that it is illegal to even ask government, to rethink on certain policies that are not people are no longer comfortable with. So in that direction, it makes the people, to be resilient. It makes the people to be more, focused on trying to target the aim and objectives of this government. Tinubu should have locked down the airport and stopped any politician from moving out as they are jetting out quietly, leaving Asu Rock solely for him, to face the consequences that has to do with this protest. As I speak to you, a lot of them are already in abroad, and the organizers too. I understand. We needed to. Nobody should come and control this protest via virtual. We want to see people, lead on the forefront and not staying abroad and say, go and protest. Those who are organizing should come out, and show a direction of this protest to avoid unnecessary hijack, because possibly don't rule out that the government might equally, plant some hoodlums, to create a kind of, but that will not be in favor of them because whatever happens, the UN, the whole world is watching, the whole world is interested to know how this is going to go at the end of the day. That's the fact, no matter how you look at it. So, but this Tinubu's administration, for me, Tinubu is not showing sophisticated leadership the way a lot of us believed he would have driven Nigeria to an extent, of a Dorado by this at this point in time. But you can see now, all the things he said, all the noise he made, even mocking the best hands that are supposed to have, handled this country at the end of the day. He's telling on him now, and he seems to have completely, run out of
Ideas.
ideas, or how to go about this. Because if you look at the policies he implemented, especially the float of the naira and all the rest of them, the subsidy issue, that was done in a. I think we said it. I took it back and made it very clearly now. You shouldn't have done that. It was done in a hurry. No proper consultation was carried out, to get the stakeholders to buy into your policy. You can't just wake up in Aso Rock and throw policies on people because you decided that this is going to favor you at the end of the day. Your government has become a tax a tax government, a starvation government, a starvation driven policies. Who is going to take that? And you are saying that people should not stay. And look at those religious leaders, or not those traditional leaders that are saying that people should not come out and do a protest. I begin to wonder, at what point should people be having that kind of reasoning? Considering the fact that you can only get a tuber of yam now, currently now for 11,000 naira. It's just a tuber of yam. Where is that done? Assuming it has been a global thing, I understand. But how come Nigeria get to this level? You can see the revelation that is coming from Dangote, how most Nigerians, own refineries abroad. They take Nigerian crude here, they go abroad and refine it. And is Tinubu not aware? Because these guys are not serious on how to fix Nigeria. And if they're not serious, we'll now tell them that, it is time for Nigeria to be defined, or we'll murder it at the end of the day. It's a very clear thing. Since they refuse to understand, we are hearing all this, that nobody is taking, government is not taking decisive decisions because they are also involved in the racketing. How can Nigerians be owning refineries in Brazil, Spain, and all that? They move crude oil. Then the one we have, Dangote, is not getting enough crude oil. Then how do you want Nigerians to work in the first place? That's the issue.
So now, finally, talk to us about your thought with what is coming from UK, US, and Canada, because the issue security alert, they fear violence.
Yes, they should have, and if possible, if there's no conspiracy theory on that, they should have placed sanction on Tinubu's administration. Place seriously, deeply, so that maybe they will sit out. Most of them are jetting out. Are they not the ones giving them visas to run away from Nigeria? Most politicians are running away. Who's giving them visas? Is it not the same people that are giving them visas to run away? And they are issuing security alert. Of course, nobody knows the how the whole thing is going to go. It's supposed to be a peaceful one, but if government bring unnecessary, attack on the protesters, then they should be ready that this phase, as I always said, is being put in three phases. No matter how you are going to look at it. The first one is hunger, and the second one is
Homelessness.
end bad government. The third one is going to be, a revolution like, the second one, when we move to the second stage, yeah, and we'll look at the government reaction to protesters, whether they are being killed, whether they are being shot, it's going to move to the third phase, which is the last phase. And that phase is going to come with revolution, and that revolution will be tagged Tinubu must go. And at that point,
I don't think that is part of the protest.
no, you don't. I'm just explaining. Are they not saying that William Ruto should go? Don't defend this thing. This has to do. It's life
So we
threatening.
are looking at what is constitutional.
What is constitutional is that the power of democracy is for the people.
And what is constitutional is
and,
that you have right of peaceful protest.
You can't tell me that if government is using unnecessary means, to possible send Nigerians to the grave, they should start.
Nobody
don't understand where we are going. You don't tell me that this thing can move from one point to another. Yeah, that means you are not vast. We are not talking. We are not making analysis. We are not letting people know that if you are analyzing something, you must give options so that anybody that is listening to you will understand that it can get to this level. Yes, the answers according to Femi Falana was peaceful until they were being shot. Protesters were being shot at, and that resulted to colossal damage of infrastructures. That's the reaction of government excessiveness. So you want to tell me that if they bring excessiveness to this protest, then people will not move from that level to another level? They will.
No, we are not praying for that anyway.
Nobody's praying for that, but I'm trying to tell you what the US, UK, Canada are trying to, push or trying to let the whole world know, or try to let even the people in this part of the world know that, there's likely to be violence. So I'm explaining to you what can lead to that kind of violence. That from that point of hunger demonstration or rally or whatever, it can move to end bad government. And on that point, and if there is excessive attack on the people, it can result to Tinubu must go. It's not a crime. They can end this administration. It's not a crime.
So we are looking at what is constitutional and what will not bring.
It is also constitutional.
What will not bring
Don't
rancor.
tell me that it's not constitutional. It is constitutional. What they are dealing to Nigerians, is it constitutional? No, I'm asking, is it constitutional? What are the fundamentals of government? Are they fulfilling it? Or should we charge them for treason? Because we feel that we don't have judiciary. There's judiciary on the streets too. And that's what we are bringing to them. All the departments, all the components, all the concepts of government, we are bringing it to this protest. If they want lawyers, we will go there and we defend ourselves. If they want anything they want, government will have government. We can even run a parallel government.
No, nobody is looking at that. That will be an anarchy.
I'm telling you, that's not a matter of anarchy. They are giving us anarchy. They're giving us tyrant. How can you deliberately, with massive corruption, with what you are hearing from Dangote, with what you are hearing everywhere, then we should continue like this? We cannot. That's the gospel truth. So, the more we look at these things very clearly, my understanding is that at this point in time, Tinubu should be able to tell his men, to mind the kind of words they use at this point in time, the kind of things they say at this point in time. Nobody should be threatened. Nobody should be seen. It should not be seen that they have plan to use excessive this thing. Police are there to make sure that the protest is peacefully and well organized. Provide security, that's their responsibility. If they decided to take side with the government because they paid them and started doing unprofessional, showing unprofessionalism about this protest, then it has its own consequences too.
React to this thing
that the consequences of bad government.
React to this thing that is coming from Adekunle Oguns. He said we need to go our separate ways. We are not the same. Nigeria can never rise up again. Yes, Nigeria can never rise up again.
Yes, Adekunle, right?
Adekunle Oguns.
Adekunle Oguns. I don't know where you are coming off, reporting from, or trying to comment from, or even be part of this program this morning. Thank you for that response. But see, we are not far from the truth. If we can tell ourselves the truth, we are not far from the truth. That's the fact. What you said now, for me, makes a lot of meaning, because you can see the depth of uncertainty about Nigeria, the depth of carelessness of Nigerian leaders, the wickedness of transfer of bad leadership on daily basis from one hand to another. This is 104 years of Nigeria existence. 104 years. No sector in the country is working. And we are hearing that the crude oil, that's why they don't want Dangote to succeed. That's why they don't want indigenous refinery to work. And we have somebody that said, I use my money to do this, which is a lie. Somebody is already controlling you.
The same article is saying Tinubu led the protest against Goodluck Jonathan. So we must protest.
It's not a matter of whether he led protests or not, but you can find out that the protest Tinubu and Soyinka them and Buhari Bakare them led at that particular time was out of propaganda. If they have known that subsidy was a good policy, why would they go against it? And I'm asking you, why would they go against it?
Okay, let's just quickly look at another person. This is Mr. He's not okay. He's go by the name of the violation. He said, I'm not going out to protest. I'm not going out to protest. Yes, he said, but it is something I support. He's trying to say he's not going to die for Nigeria.
No, of course not. Let me tell you.
Maybe he's afraid of.
No, bros. You see, what makes you a citizen? Go and check out the factors that makes you a citizen. Is Nigerians themselves proud of Nigeria? That's the question. That's what he's trying to tell you. Can Nigerians come out and say we are dying for this country? That's the fact. Where is the patriotic spirit? It's not there. Those who are struggling say no, no. They're just trying to make sure that at the end of the day, Nigeria does not fall inside well. Because it will be a disgrace that this generation, murdered Nigeria. This generation murdered Nigeria. Nobody has been. What have you been? Is it electricity? That's everything is tax, 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 tax. I agree that Tinubu doesn't have that competence, to move Nigeria from where we are now to the next level. It has shown. It has shown. The fear now is that he should quickly carry out an emergency solution by reversing some of those policies, or possibly look at what is happening in the north. Look at the report we got from the north. You know how many borders?
Let's just look at what is coming from Mr. Nathaniel saying Nigeria can work when we place competence over religion and tribal lines.
Who was that? Who was that?
Mr. Nathaniel.
Mr. Nathaniel, good morning. Thank you for that response. Of course, that's the truth. I'm just trying to add to your response, because this was what a prominent political powerhouse in the north said recently, that they regretted voting for Tinubu. That they voted Tinubu based on religion, not based on competence. That if they actually voted for confidence, of course, P2B should be the one running this government at this point in time. That's what they were reacting to, the damage so far that has been done, or the recklessness damage that has been done on Nigerian economy. Even if with our IMF and World Bank policies, Nigeria as a sovereign nation should be resilient enough, to able to look inwards and play. Why are we always missing when it comes in terms of leadership? Why are we always missing in terms of real politicking? I think for me, politics should be fun. Politics should be something that people should always be proud of. But politics is something that bring leadership, leadership to the governance to the people, not politics of this kind of politics we practice every day here in Nigeria, based on sentiment, tribalism, and the rest of them. And that is where the problem is. Whether the foundation was built on that, that's the problem. But haven't Nigeria come of age enough to be able to sit down and say, no, we cannot continue like this. This is what we needed to do. And that is what a lot of people expected from Jagaban's administration, Tinubu's administration, to be able to happen. But unfortunately, the man has gone there too, and has continued to throw various virus on the people, and has finally crippled the middle class, crippled everything, under the surface of the earth. So what do you expect? That Nigerians should fold their arms and die in hunger? It's not possible. So, but my understanding is this, in Lagos State currently, you can see the Folashade, the wife or the daughter of the president, saying that nobody should come out, and you can see, the kind of thing he says there, nobody should come out and protest. Parents should hold their children, this and that at the end of the day. Well, it's okay. But I still repeat here, at this point in time, no Igbo, wherever you are in Nigeria, do not be part of this protest. Enough is enough. They cannot continue to destroy Nigeria. When they want to share national cake, they will not bring an Igbo man there. But when it is a protest, when there is crisis, they push Igbo man further. We're not going to accept that. That's why I'm saying that every Igbo man, wherever you are, stay away from this protest. Do not participate. Let them solve. Yes, Yorubas and Hausas solve the problem they have created in this country.
Thank you very much, Mr. Achille Michael. No, I know. Let's have you, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning. We are looking at the proposed protest. We are seeing different dimensions, different angle. We are seeing the protesters pushing ahead. Obi today said hunger and hopelessness is the sponsor of the protest. I support the protest. The UK, Canada, US issue security alerts. Let us know where you stand. Your name first.
Chris. My name is Chris. Thank you for having me. And on area of protest, I would say that I think Nigeria is due for that, overdue for the protest. Nigerian youth have been enduring and doing different things. Then they adapted to the situation the present government have presented to us. Now, the youth say they are coming up with a protest. I think they are being motivated by international occurrences. Some of the things that's happening in some African brothers countries like Kenya, Ivory Coast, and the other countries, they are protesting.
The West Indies are fighting for their rights over there.
Their citizens, the Jains, say that non-stop over 1 month and now they have been protesting. And here in Nigeria, if Nigeria say they're coming up with protests, it's okay. But there's one thing I want to say to every Igbo man: no Igbo man should come out for protest. Yes, I have to say it again. No Igbo man should come out for protest. You protested the day you casted your vote. You protested the day because every protest in Nigeria is targeted at Igbo man. They are planning to boggle your shop, to carry your goods. They plan to burn it to ashes, to set the market ablaze. They plan to do all sorts of things. They will bring it back to Igbo man. That Igbo man that has caused the protest. Let the Northerners do the protest. Let the Western Nigeria do the protest. No Igbo man is coming out for protest. So my advice to every Igbo man is: don't come out. Stay at home. Watch it in your television and your phone. Don't come out for protest. Igbo man cannot be pushed to corner. God will always provide for you as an Igbo man. This is what I have.
Okay, now let me ask you, because Obi is an Igbo man.
Yes.
Obi is supporting the protest. What do you have to say?
Obi is a politician, of course. It's an opposition party. He is planning to take over government, maybe 2027, or if they can impeach the present governor. Obi is an Igbo man, but he's not speaking for Igbo people. You understand? He is talking on the angle of politics. Then opposition is there to monitor the current government. Then if the current government is not doing well, the opposition party has a right to even sponsor protest in order to impeach the president of the day. I remember in Kenya, the protest they have there is maybe different from the one we have here. I remember NSAS. The people that came out for protest, they started shooting them with live bullets at toll gate. I saw it. All of us watched it, and people died. And up till now, nothing happened. But in Kenya, over 1 month and now, they have been protesting that Ruto must go. William Ruto must go. Ruto must go. Ruto must go. Ruto must go. They have been shouting that Ruto must go. Then now, in Nigeria, we have wicked politicians. They can use anything. Before 2 days, they will hijack the hoodlums. Use it to attack the public properties. They will go to where they are selling cars and set the whole cars ablaze, all in the name of protest. It's not politicians can motivate these guys to do that, and thereby they will declare coffee. There will be coffee everywhere.
I think the Igbos have made their position known enough for people to know that they are not the ones sponsoring the protest.
Actually, Igbos they don't have to say that they're not the one. Everything that's happening in Nigeria is targeted at Igbo man. If you do, let's assume that the protest started from the north and the east joined. At the end of the day, Igbo man will suffer for that. They will not go to government house to root or to destroy. They will go to people's shop. Who are the owners of this shop you are seeing? They will go there and boggle the shop. They will set market ablaze. They will leave the particular place they're supposed to go and be going to private businesses. That's exactly what I'm telling you. So, no Igbo man should come out for protest. Every Igbo man should watch it in television and his phone. Let the Northerners do the protest. Let the Southerners do the protest. Let the South do the protest. Stay at home. God bless you. Igbo man can never push to corner. Even if they push you inside the gutter, God will always provide for you. You must see food. So you protested the day you casted your vote. The day you casted your vote was the day you protested. They kill you the day you protest, you casted your vote. They burn your shop the day you casted your vote. They carry machete on your head the day you casted your vote. They use gun against you. They use oro against you the day you casted your vote. Stay at home. Don't come out for protest. God bless you.
Thank you very much. What for you, Mr.
Chris.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chris. I'm bringing in the obedient spokesman in this vicinity, Mr. Riwan. I want to take you on what your principal have said.
Yes.
That hopelessness and hunger are the sponsor of the protest. I know you have been hearing that.
Yes.
But before you respond to that, let me quickly ask you: is it Okonkwo?
Yes.
Dump your principal. But before you respond to Okonkwo dumping your principal, let us get your view with Obi back in the protest.
And that, that is the right thing. I've always known my leader. You see, great men think alike. People of wisdom think alike. So I'm not surprised at all. Our leader, Peter Obi, is always on the side of peace. And I love peaceful people. And what I've been saying, it's as if anything I say, my leader says it, or only my leader says I say it. It is the blood. You understand? I gave an example. I said something happened by coincidence. I was born, for example, July 18, same day as Nelson Mandela. Our leader Peter Obi was born July 19. So it's not a coincidence. It is just that God connectivity. Listen and listen good. Peter Obi knows what he's talking about. I said, if you want to arrest the protesters, go and arrest hunger, poverty, and inflation. Those three people are leading the protest, not ordinary Nigerians. Even the security agencies like the police and the army, their families are buying foodstuff from the market. They know what we are facing. Am I right? So I am always happy. See, I'm a kind of person that no matter how you insult me or criticize me, it's your problem. I stood with Jonathan. Me, you see what I'm very proud of myself. I've always tried in this country to stand on the right path. That's why when I speak, I can speak openly. I stood with Jonathan. Today I'm standing with Peter Obi. When they went to get to protest against Jonathan, I said this is not a normal protest. It's sponsored. I did not go to today. I did not go. They went there and disgraced themselves. Am I right? So I'm looking at so when Peter Obi said don't that it support peaceful, it has to be peaceful because Peter Obi is yet to speak anything about protest. They are calling his name. Ordinary, by no guy that should be spokesman of the president. He became anti-Peter Obi spokesman. Everything Peter Obi. Like I always said, a man that cannot. I don't understand. A man that cannot pregnant his wife, Peter Obi is the problem. A boy that did not finish his secondary school, a useless boy, Peter Obi is the problem. A man that they gave salary, he used salary to drink alcohol, could not give his wife anything, Peter Obi is the problem. Obi. Peter Obi has never been your problem. You understand? So everything they do is to try to malign his image, try to call his name, try to and see, and like I always say, see, a good name is better than silver and gold. The name of Peter Obi is the problem. I always tell you, he has a good name. They are yet to trace any corrupt allegations against him. That's why anything they call IPOB, they call them IPOB, they call them ESN and everything.
Okay, now let's look at the concern of international communities, UK, US, and Canada, precisely saying issues security alerts. The fear of government has always been violence. Tinubu himself said, "I'm not afraid of protests, but violence." This is Mr. Stanley. He said what the government is afraid of is their popularity, not violence.
No, which popularity?
So that the protest will make them unpopular. I mean, make the government unpopular.
Yes, now. Yes, no, you know, it's right. It's right, no, it's right. Because you see, international communities, those ones are that's how a normal country should do. You must protect the interests of your own citizens. It's only Nigeria that I don't know how you protect your own citizens. Understand? So I'm looking at it from this angle that, for example, people have seen. Okay, let me give. India yesterday, a mainstream news in India spoke about this protest. Am I right? So that means people are seeing, like I always say, the world is a global village. And like Kalesh always say now, it's a global pocket. What is happening here, people can see it. Like we see what's happening in the US. So the world is intertwined. What I'm saying is that the government is already unpopular. People knew what's happening abroad. Look at the allegation of Dangote. is spread all around the world. You understand? So people already see. For example, for example, I'm going somewhere. When, for example, this Ari Chidi tweet was posting about the state of Nigeria's military and military police barracks. It's on Twitter. Understand? It's all over the world. So nobody should come here and try to paint anything. Nobody can come here to rewrite history.
Okay, now finally, talk to us about Kenneth Okonkwo dumping your leader. What does it mean for your leader future political career?
It does not mean anything. It does not mean anything. Kenneth Okonkwo has the right to go to any political party that they like. I told all of you, I said, expect more people to leave Peter Obi. I said it now. Many of them are still going to leave. But who Peter Obi has is we. The people that cannot bow to politicians. The people that are working for themselves. The people that cannot be bought by anything. Let Peter Obi have that consolation that he has people that unless he too changes, so maybe go to APC. But as far as he's Peter Obi and he's not getting himself involved in shady dealings, I and many of us will stand for him. And let me even read what Peter Obi said. I like to read anything he said. He said about what the so-called living. Peter Obi said that we all joined this Labour Party 18 months ago. We spent the first 5 years on campaign election and court proceedings. The first year on campaigns. Let me start again. He said, Peter Obi said, we all joined this Labour Party 18 months ago. We spent the first 8 years on campaigns, election, and court proceedings. And now, I am expected to become a superman, scattering everything and achieving instant results. I appreciate the patience and understanding of the obedience and plead them to let us be the example we want in our society. This is not the first time I have faced such challenging situations. In fact, this has been trajectory in my life. I am actually energized when people think I am weak and try to work all over me doing the right thing. He said, I can assure you, Peter Obi speaking, that it can assure Nigerians that this is not a sign of weakness. Humility and patience are virtues, not weakness. I am committed to it. I encourage obedience to do the same. Let us work this path together with faith and perseverance. We will get there, and our efforts will be worth it in the end. Peter Obi has ideology. Let me tell you, any leader in Nigeria, go and check your history. In this country, somebody said that if I don't become president, baboons and monkeys will be soaked in blood. I don't say it. That person became president. Look at where Nigeria is today. And that person said, power is not served a la carte. You have to grab it, snatch it, and run away with it. The person has become president today. Where has Nigeria gone to? So we cannot be grabbing power. We cannot be snatching power. We cannot be doing everything with violence. If you do something by violence, the end result will always be destruction. If you take force to become anybody, you will not rule well, and it will never end well. The person that said monkeys and baboons soaking blood, you saw his administration, is the worst in Nigeria. The one that said grab and snatch and run away with it. This is what we are facing in Nigeria. I always stand on the part of peace. Jonathan was seen as a weak man. Today, between Jonathan and the people that are not weak, which of them is better? Jonathan Dikogogoro is a weak man. Now why am they control? Oh yeah, can you compare Jonathan with all these people? You understand? So patience, humility is a virtue, not weakness. The person that shouts that want to scatter everything, you may see him as a strong man, but he's not a strong man. He's a weak man. You understand? When Bible talk about devil, he said the devil goes about like a roaring lion, seeking for me, he may devour. You may see that he's not a lion, but he looks like a roaring lion. The people that are always looking for violence and everything, they are the weak people. They are the useless people, not we, the obedience that always want peace. But at the long run, it's only when there is peace, then there's going to be development, there's going to be progress, there's going to be prosperity.
Okay, let me say thank you for your time. Thank you very much, Mr. Ariwa. Mr. Raf Mbechi, good morning, sir. Mr. Raf, good morning, sir. Let's have you, Mr. Raf. Let us bring in Mr. Raf to give us his thoughts about what he's thinking with the current development. Mr. Raf Mbechi, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
We are seeing this morning Obi finally endorsed the protests. He's saying, telling federal government that the major sponsor of the protest is hunger and hopelessness.
It is actually frustration, bad governance, economic hardship is the sponsor. They are the sponsors of the protest. I mean, the sponsors are abstract. They are not humans. I don't know what I understand. So Obi's endorsement, Obi's endorsing the protest is a welcome idea by me. What I was saying before as a result of annoyance about Obi's, let me say, soft-handedness has at least resurrected this weekend, over the weekend, when Kenneth Okonkwo come up and denounce his membership. He's at least, he can never be an assistant to Obi anymore because Obi was or is too soft. I think that's why Obi is bracing it up, because Obi is not bigger than Nnamdi Kanu that went to prison. Obi is not bigger or better than Nelson Mandela that went to prison. I don't know what I understand. So anybody could go to prison. Obi has now braced it up that he is the winner of this election. He should have been in the position of Tinubu. He must do something about it, not soft peddling. At least, telling the obedience, the Nigerian youth to stay back, to sit back and be. What kind of nonsense is that? Obi has now is not trying to be living at least up to expectation. He should be the man on the front line or frontliners, among the frontliners opposing this government. It shouldn't be at the back door. That has spelled him in the past as the worst cowards we have in Nigeria. I think one election, he tackled Buhari until they prevailed on him. They had after court settlement among the Fulani, their Fulani kinsmen. Obi won election, Obi soft-pedaled, at least robbed the Igbos charcoal on the face. We are Igbos. We are as aggressive as Tinubu as well, and the PC party. We are Igbos. You cannot push me down because I'm Igbo. Then you did me something, say, let me no go talk. Make I no talk. No, never. I must talk. Obi is waking up. Obi, good morning, sir. This is your morning. Early morning for Peter Greg Obi. He's just waking up from the slumber. He would have at least slugged it out in the court when they were reading nonsense in the court. I mean, all those radicalized lawyers, judges, Ghana must go judges, money-mongering judges that wanted the effort of Nigerian choices. Choice that all of us made last year was the right choice. Tinubu used Ghana must go. Billions of dollars. Settle INEC. Settle every Dick and alley. Even he has gone beyond that to the Yoruba traditional obas. They have now started singing another tunes. One from Ondo Kingdom, was saying all manner of anomalies. I said to myself, doesn't Yoruba have a tradition again? So it has been generated up to the obas enthroned by God. I was calling their gods because I know there are gods of land here. They believe. I say, Orumila, where are you? Songo, Ebekino, Ochogbo, goddess, blah, 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 in Yoruba land. Where una dey? Look at una oba don't they go the other way. So tradition no be tradition here again. I say sorry. Oba, sorry. Oba was talking nonsense. The Oba, I don't want to mention
Let us be civil in our
no,
land.
we are civil. When it is good, it is good. When somebody say good thing, I will say the Oba is saying good thing. The Oba is saying what everybody on the comment section. YouTube should Google it now. They will see it. The man was talking rubbish because this regime is not for Tinubu. It's not for APC. It is labor regime. Let us be sincere. Okay? YouTube knows what we are saying. The whites, the Americans, let me tell you, in the House of Congress today, they analyze Nigerian politics more than you and I. Because they know that, oh my God, if I go in detail what I'm seeing on social media, we won't live here today. The white knows. Britain is the one responsible for our woes. The trouble we are passing through today is the British. What are we being? We being friendly and what do you call it again?
The choice of word is what I'm talking about.
The choice of my word. I chose my word, provided that I do not tell anybody right straight. Is a sarcasm. I've never tell anybody say abuse him straight. No, but I'm trying to at least polish my narrative with good points. See, I'm not relenting from telling the truth. And what I'm telling you right now is that Peter Greg Obi is waking up too late. Because this issue would have been at least triggered off immediately. INEC absconded with Obi mandate. into Tinubu's house and bags of evidences that's proving that INEC rigged election, president election of last year, and nobody did anything.
Now,
anything.
talk to us about the fear of UK, US, and Canada. Talking about giving security alert. We are talking about fear of violence here.
Yes, the fear of violence is the beginning of the wisdom of the politicians. You can see what happened. Many of them, good numbers of ministers, good numbers of lawmakers, both from lower chamber and the upper chamber, have absconded into Europe in recent time. Even when I'm saying recent time, it's too far. That this weekend, from this weekend down to last week, all of them, they are running into Europe, into America and Asia, scaling the windows because they know that rage is coming. It might not hold, it might hold, but I'm telling you, there are iotas of truth. On what
Fear of the unknown.
the fear of the unknown is a lie. The fear of the known is the truth. Nothing like fear of the unknown. I know that this is a figure of speech, but I'm not want to use that kind of parabolic expression. The known is known. Fear of what? Injustice. Fear of bad governance. Fear of stealing public fund. Fear of what?
The unknown I'm talking here is nobody know how the protest will turn out. Though we pray it goes smoothly and seamlessly.
Oga, protest is protest. This is what happened in 1966. The whole street of Lagos, Kano State were flooded by what? Crowds. Because of what Akintola and Awolowo are doing in the southwest. That was what bring up more or less the coup of Kaduna and Zogo and the rest of them. Ademorolegu went down. Many of them went down. See, let me tell you, what is happening now is going to be worse than NSAS protests. So we shouldn't be at least managing our words, we should be very, very blunt. Let everybody understand what we are saying.
Let us get one thing clear here. Let us set the record straight. The Constitution Section 40 give Nigerians right of protest, and it must be done within the ambit of the law.
Yes.
It must be done without violence.
Yes.
So anything violence is out of place.
We are condemning violence, but the politicians are more violent. When you deny somebody his right, when you send somebody to hunger, when you people are too money mongering, I mean the Nigerian politicians, they are money mongering, driven. Money mongering driven Nigerian politicians are the ones that are more violent. What are we saying now? These people are violent people. Look at Hope Uzodinma. You are telling me that Hope Uzodinma won the whole local government in Imo State, 27 of them.
Okay, at this
Wait now, let me finish. So that is not violence. So Hope Uzodinma expected the Imolites to be lying down on the basis of falsehood, falsified results. In the first place, he was the fourth person. Nigerian judiciary gave him third, second, month on the first person, James Ihedioha. So what are we saying? See, there's a time, a stage it will reach. We don't need to be petting the truth anymore. Oga, what Tinubu did was bad. Oga, all the Lagos boys around Tinubu, they are doing bad, committing all manner of criminalities at the offices there. See, let me wait now. Dangote don't they go? No be Lagos boys. What are you holding me hand for? Dangote is going. That refinery is going. He's put it for sale. He has opened up to the whole world. I don't want to open the Google here. That package, I won't open it. What comes when Dangote is having issue there? Part of the refineries were gutted by fire. We know what is on board now. He's circulating it on the social media. Somebody is having the whole marketers that are receiving the payment of subsidy. One person. Somebody is controlling the refinery in Malta. Nicosia, yes. The capital is Cyprus, Nicosia. Malta. In Middle East Europe. Somebody is having the refinery there. Naingata. We go carry our crew, go there, you go refine them. You go send them back. Now pocket the whole money, the cost of logistics in his pocket. Then again, the marketers. Now he got the Ajip. He has acquired Ajip and all one do. And oh my God, it's like I'm gonna quit here because I have many people to talk with. I don't wanna offload everything I have in my head this morning. So
thank you very much, Mr. Raffles. Okay, sorry. Let me lock you. Okay. Sorry, Mr. Paul, you are welcome.
Thank you very much.
Let us quickly get your view. We are looking at the protest.
Okay.
Obi is saying hunger and hopelessness is the one driving the protest. But he's saying he's support the protest.
Yes.
Let's get your view. What is your thought about the protest?
This protest, for me, it shouldn't be about whether Obi is the one supporting the protest. It's about we, the citizens of this country. We want to come out for this protest because what the government are doing is not fair to us. there is no justice in the system. We need a system that at least can be able to give us what we want. If they cannot give us exactly what we want, at least let the price of things come down. That is what we are asking the government. We are not asking them of anything because they can, since the time of Buhari, he says he cannot provide work for us. We are okay with that one. But at least let the price of things come down. Then they should continue with their stealing. We don't have problem with that. But for me, this is what is going to happen about this protest. This protest is going to be one that had never been happening in the history of Nigeria. And if care is not taken, Nigeria is going to split. If care is not taken, this country is, time has come for it to split because of this protest is going to be one that had never been happening in the history of this country. Thank you. That's all what I have.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Paul. Mr. Lucky Ehiagona Edonobi Lagos. I understand Tinubu are giving your state to APC, but let us leave that for now. Let us discuss protest. So, Obi formally endorsed the protest. How do you see it?
Yes, I before I came out this morning, sorry, why I'm holding you? Why I'm holding you? I love you because I saw the passion of Northerners who are aggrieved, say enough is enough, and there's hunger in the north everywhere, including the south. I'm happy to say that this you said this protest, if care is not taken, it's going to be worse. Now, thank you very much for that. You can see the reason why I'm holding you that. Now, my name is Lucky Eyaguna Edonobi Lagos. I always say it. For Obi to come out and say, Obi is in Nigeria, he had the feeling. A lot of people are asking him for money, begging. And this man who promised, who say he won an election, that I'm going to do things, change things, make Nigeria happy. Today, we are back, Lord. Today, we are going back. So, Obi have no shop. Forget Obi is in Nigeria. People love him. The youth love him. As an OPDM, you have to say that Nigeria has a right to protest, but don't go and destroy anything. That is area he did not support. Nigeria has a right to support. Some of those people who are supporting Tinubu now today, because they are enjoying, they are collecting everything, collecting salary, collecting everything. What we expect them to do is to support Tinubu. Let me tell you what Tinubu is doing now. All the ministers, imagine, go and check NTN, Airtel, they are seizing people's line. Why?
Mr. Lucky, I had a personal experience. Yesterday, I discovered that my line was bad. But as I was passing through one of the NTN offices around my area, I discovered that they were on duty. I quickly entered. I stayed almost all through the day. It was in the almost around 7:30. They attended to me. Happily, they unbarred my line.
What's your name?
You see, I'm Matthew.
Matthew. Maybe they saw you are from East.
I don't know that.
I think maybe they see Chuku. They see what's the one?
But technos are saying that they don't have intention of frustrating the protest.
They are frustrating us already. Frustrating the banning line. Go to Airtel, go to MTN. You see crowd of Nigerians. Instead of them to allow them to go and look for what to keep and eat. If that day the protest starts, what is happening? They are blocking line because of the protest, and they are making things. They have started the fight already. I think the government have started the fight already. They have started it. Instead of them to be appealing to those who want to protest, they think that one will stop them not to protest. They are trying to be smart. No, they are trying to be smart. Why are you banning people's line now? At the end, instead of it to be, I expect Tinubu to call this protester. I expect Tinubu to call the protester. Have dialogue. Out of 20, if it is 2, do it. Let them know that yes. Now, I expect Tinubu to come out using all this aid who are collecting money, free money. I expect you to come out and say, address Nigeria. Let me tell you, those who are saying, like I watched AIT yesterday, there was one guy they brought. another guy. The guy is saying, don't come and protest in Abuja. Abuja is our place. We have let me tell you, the Abuja you are saying, those money they need to build Abuja is coming from my place. In South. Everything you see in Abuja there is from my place. I was angry when I heard that guy saying that Abuja belongs to us, Indigi. That all this city there is their money. Who told you that? My money for South, they used to build Abuja. And protest took place during Buhari time, during good luck time. Protest took place all over Nigeria. Why do we say don't come and protest in Niger Delta? And look at that guy yesterday was just fuming. I said, I want that guy to come and challenge me. That you bring him from North, let come and challenge me. I'll tell him what kind of business did they have, what kind of resources they have in Abuja there. You should tell me. You should tell me. A weekend there is messing up himself. They'll come and protest. So for you to call the protester, what is your grievance?
Wike is your brother.
Wike is not my brother.
From South.
It's not my brother. Wike is lost. He should go and take off himself. You are telling people who are hungry that they should not come.
If Fubara your brother from South.
Look, let me tell you.
If Fubara your brother.
Fubara is South there doing all what you can.
Is your brother?
I say my brother.
What are Wike?
Wike, the way Wike is going about it, is not my brother. Wike is an antichrist to us. It's not even helping us. Nigeria want to protest. And let me give you an example. If you check around, what has this government promised? They have not done anything. That I am going to make sure the country work. Nothing is working. He said it's too early. Don't forget, he said I am going to continue Buhari legacy. So that is it. So something to be done.
So as a security expert, what do you think they need to do to forestall violence in this protest?
Nobody's going to fight. Nobody's going to fight. It's just peaceful protest. Let me tell you, there is protest. They can protest in everywhere. That's not violent. So those that want to foment violence, these are criminals. I get me. But all this banning disease out of it. So that's it.
Okay, finally, Mr. Lucky, talk to us about what is coming from. That is the concern of UK, US, and Canada, because they already issued security alerts.
UK, US, no, UK, US, they have interest. They have investment here. They have, in US, in UK, they protest. That protest in UK protest. The only thing peaceful. Give them security to protect the protesters. That's how it works in everywhere. I'm hungry. And I'm telling my father I'm hungry. He said I should not talk. No. An angry man is angry, a hungry person. So every government that's protesting. After all, our president was a part of protesting. Every president are protesting under Apata, Babangida, Abiola. They protesting. But the only thing is that don't go and destroy. Don't go and destroy your property. That is it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alake. Mr. Jameson, in 2012, Tinubu himself was a leader of one of the opposition parties. And when there were protests of subsidy on gasoline by Jonathan's government, Tinubu was admonishing the police that their life and their children's life depends on the protest. As such, they should not shoot on protesters. Today, we are seeing Obi saying, I buy the protest.
He said what?
He support the protests. But before we go into that, talk to us about Afenifere, the one led by Adebanjo, supported the protest. But we are seeing this morning, Fashion fashion is saying, don't mind Adebanjo fashion, we are not in support. Let's start from there.
You know, we are the one making some person, some individual, then follow citizens like us. They are Nigerians like us. They have that we have same rights to feel important. You know, if everybody can be like me, 98% Nigerians can be like me. It's not all talk in Yoruba. But then about Sokola, my face. It's not everything you someone say that you give response to. Because when you digest something that some person say, you just keep quiet. When some people like those who think that okay, there are certain groups, maybe to them they are the leader of one group or the other, and they come and they are like, we are not in support of the Afenifere. Is Afenifere Nigerians. They are telling you that hunger, insecurity, inflation, corruption, bad governance, they have turned to human being. They are, you know, they want to come out to say that what we are tired of people calling our names. You know, scarcity is angry. Hunger is angry. What any small thing, hunger, but then let me come out and say it's not me. Oh. What's up? Oh? Now you are coming to say this. This stuff, this protest that is going on, we did not support any violence protest. I believe the government should be sensitizing the society in the form of advertisement, you know, letting people know again things that should be expected during protest. You know, like sanitation, protest is free and fair. It should be this, it should be that, it should be this, it should be that. Don't block other people from going out from their daily stuff. Because even though things are not going the way it should go, we still have a lot of Nigerians that will still go to work, that feel that everything is okay. Some person will still tell you that what, no long, but if God is providing, now that they are seeing money to buy whatsoever they are buying as is expensive, there is no problem. Some will say with all the protests, what will happen? Some said in our hearing some people in Lagos here, in part of Lagos here, saying I have to protect my community. I must not just say anybody come and do anyone protest. Blah, blah. I said that what? If you see individual performing their civic duty, carrying a placard, expressing themselves due to the insecurity and hunger and hardship that is going on by this Tinubu administration, go and block them and beat them on the road. You will tell me whether it is your father that owns Nigeria or Lagos. And some people tag it to be, oh, it is the Igbo people. Then why is always facing Lagos? Why can't they go to Anambra to protest and do this thing? Everyone is suffering. I saw a video yesterday by the president. It's an old video of him, you know, before that, what led to this autonomy, local government stuff, and the likes of them, telling people to hold their governors accountable. Normally, we are going to hold our governors accountable. But first, you see, this life, we know that doing campaign, you will say a lot of things. Then that you can just to get the vote. But when you oversay and the confidence is too much, as if when you get there, you already have everything at hand, you are going to solve it in a jiffy. This is what you get. You of all person, the president then, the Bola Ahmed Tinubu now, have led a lot of protests, either peaceful or not peaceful, we do not know. Shut down Lagos 2 weeks, sponsor everything during Babangida time, 1999 before now, Nadeko protest. When it happens, you run to exile. You came back, said you have been to exile, and nobody kill you. Nobody, you know. If Jonathan has been cruel as a president, when you led the protest, are you telling me Jonathan cannot get you arrested? And Tunde Bakari, then a pastor, then and the likes of them, as a president, you have the authority, you understand, to say that what Tinubu then is trying to sabotage his government, trying to spoil it. Then you will get them arrested. Both Tinubu and everyone that led the protest in Ojota that very year. But the man was demonstrated, you know, a democrat. He just let them because it's the right of the people to protest. So we should be talking about how will these people go on with this protest that will not let the police let them undergo seminars. Because we know in Nigerian police force we have less of a graduate among the Nigerian police. A majority of them, I can even say like 60% or 70% of Nigerian police, you hardly see those that have ND certificate. We hardly have someone that have O level results. Instead of the GSSC, some person that as we had a local government chairman does give them form. We saw what happened during the NSAS. Some area boys that we know that they are rascal in our society. Then we say, you don't know police. SARS, how come? That kind of person, how can that person that did not even finish primary school or how did they want to read to understand, you know, human rights, police to citizens' rights, how you can maintain You understand? And those are the things, all these things, when they say whereby in a country you have more of undergraduates and those that are not ready to advance, it will lead to brutality. When you see officials that are educated, my brother, from their appearance and the manner of approach, you know that these people they are educated. They will not handle you. You know, you will be like, ah, in Nigeria's police, you know that these people they are educated.
Now, if I may ask you, Mr. Jimsa, Obi have said hopelessness and hunger is one driving the protest. If government address it, do you think Nigerians will decide
Now,
not to
we
protest?
should let's be positive, like saying, talk about what do we think that can stop this protest. Either the protest hold next week, this Thursday, or not. The message has been passed already, because you can see all our politicians going on 7 week break. That is inhuman. That is very, very absurd. In a state where there is social instability, in a state whereby what people are hungry, that is when you know that you want to go on break. To go and do what? Is it December? When did you enter office? January. Now you are saying that what you want to go for 7 weeks breaks. Who are going to attend to the people? You know, some things, when you hear some things, you know you are online, you want to say some words. You say, ah, they are elderly people, ah, okay, guideline, community guideline, you know, if you happen to be someone of my set that go, that will beat the person. You know, when you have your back, oh, nobody's asked you, you are the one that say you want to represent also. What break are you going for? How many times do you even go on sit? You are not traveling, running away. We don't even want them to stay.
So because of fear of the protest.
Is the fear of the injustice, fear of, you know, fear of, how will I say, injustice, and what do you call it, that is making them run away. You in Yoruba, they say what, tí wọn ò bá ṣe rí ara kì yóò yá ẹ. When you did not do good, your body will be moving you. That is why they are running away. Nobody is ready to kill anybody. Nobody is, you know. But you notice Nigeria from day one. Nigeria is a country whereby, I don't know the way God created us, like, we are not a violence person. You know, we have this moral, the moral that is structure that is guiding us is too much. For us to say we want to vandalize, destabilize, whenever that thing happen, go and check those who are behind this. It's all the hoodlums, the area boys sponsored by the politicians. They're always the one. But normal Nigerian people, they will see, even as this country is going, as the way what we are facing, you see something saying that, don't let us do this protest, so that we change. We see so much, you know, we are so calm. And I think they have been using that and abandon Nigeria. We don't mind them. Before in 2 weeks, they will go and settle down. They will not do anything. There's nobody. So whether she go and take it, she go and sit down somewhere. All those people to go and sit down somewhere. These are just normal Nigerians that want to come outside to express themselves. And in as much that we are still having a situation whereby mothers that are working as a civil servants and the likes of them, and those that are working in the private sectors are still going to work, we are still not ready. Can Nigeria do it in a space of what? 1 week, just 3 days? Both private sectors workers, and they don't just stay at home. Not until what? The government meets with their need. And Tinubu is the cause of all this. You are owing me money. You are celebrating birthday. You are throwing a birthday party. You are owing money. You are sewing clothes. You bought new phone, and you are owing me money. How am I to know that what they bought it for you, or those clothes, someone that sponsor it? And when you are that sensible as a human, and you are not, you have people this at mind. Someone want to sponsor it, don't sponsor my birthday or this thing. I also see person money. Out of the budget, can you help me pay this person money and do a small this for me? You have not entered office and see what is going on there. If I thought you will take subsidy away, just take a chill. Enter Aso Rock. See the way, let them bring all the way to Buhari has mismanaged Nigeria for 8 years. Let them give you the breakdown. Okay, if I remove subsidy, will it affect us? What preparation have I laid down in type of subsidy? You understand? Before taking out subsidy, Nigerian industries and companies have been dwelling on petrol to what? To generate power. Still, companies are still out of Nigeria, same because of electricity. And you know that when you take away this subsidy, the fuel price is going to increase. That means they will disappear finally. And you as a businessman, you know that's what we get when you expect so much from a man and you think of a man to be God, I will do better, and he's fucking up. Now, you went to borrow money in Yoruba as a good business person. The day used to use borrowed money to do party. You be like my people in Eko and some Yebu people and my Yoruba people them, and those that like party. You go and borrow money in bank or from a large contribution. You're not using the money to do burial. You're using the money to do wedding. The day used to use borrow money to do party. Instead of you to use borrowed money to do business so that you can get profits and be paying back small small. Even though they come and say, hey, it's that much, you say, see what I use the money to do. But this is the amount I'll be paying. They will say, okay, this will have sense. Don't worry, we will extend it for you. But you went to borrow money in China, borrow money. We have this Alma this thing that trend the other time. You borrow money in president, you have not even used spend 1 year. You already borrowed billions. The one that Jonathan Buhari borrowed, that with not that is using to do Niger State, is there. Now you borrowed money. Borrowed money, you are using to buy private jets. Borrowed money, you are using to buy yacht. Borrowed money, you are using it to do vice president house. Now, how do you want the people to believe you? Because you are proving yourself to be untrustworthy. Where do you used to see that they used to use money, borrow money to do that kind of thing? And the question is, anyone that said that this thing, these are deep in the mood, I will ask you. I will ask you. You borrowed money to do all this. Where was Oshibanjo staying? Where he was the vice president? Before Oshibanjo, during Jonathan's time, before Jonathan became the president, Jonathan was the vice president before. During Yar'Adua time, where was Yar'Adua in Jonathan staying as the vice president there? How many since when the UK have been liberated and the US, the prime minister's house, over 300 years old, that building. When do you hear that? I was say they get money that they demolish this structure. Now we have prime minister, he will be staying in new house. Guys, please, your voice is distracting us. You understand? When do you see those people innovate house? You are so quick to copy the aspect of borrowing money, stealing funds, but you are not quick to adopt the habits of maintaining a building. A lot of allowances need to be cut away from Nigeria. You will say you are a renovation of the Aso Rock National District. They used to do that every year. They will say furniture cleaning, or they want to take out the furniture. And this is what are you talking about? Do you know how many millions they use in doing that? Is that necessary? They can stay as an individual in your home in Bodilon, and when Buhari, wherever he comes from, then before he became the president, is he changing the furniture of that house every year? That money for that stuff is from people that are stealing that money, using the money to do something. Let Tinubu scrap that in Nigeria. In that Nigeria constitution, there'll be nothing like you amending, restructure, changing the furniture of this thing.
Mr. Jisa, see, finally, talk to us about what we need to do as a people, even if there is this protest, to make sure it does not go violent.
The people should know. People should know that those who are with them and those who are for them. The lack of security personnel doing NSAS at National Assembly there led to the hijack of the protest. We can see video clips of that old lumps where they drop from one BRT bus or so, that they started chasing people. In a state whereby they have their personal security, they are for them. As that one is coming, they will bundle him and tie him down somewhere. All of them. Now you know the country that you are. Some selfish politicians will use the influence to destabilize the whole thing for them to spoil this present Lagos state government against next election. Don't forget that we have a lot of people that are eyeing to hijack Lagos from APC. That one is certain. So they want to have everything to do in Lagos when the protests happen, to infiltrate the protesters. So there will be a lot of things whereby they will not hold the what governor accountable. And I say because of that, they will not use that as a point to campaign for next election. That APC has failed in Lagos. Look at what they did to you doing this thing. They will now have sympathy vote. That one is part of the politics. Among those that will protest, we have bouncer and personal security tactics people around. Let the protesters, let them have them. FT men, like we have bouncers in the clubs and the likes. Let them have their own too on ground. Let them have the police too. I think the protest sometimes they used to share this top. You know those who are for you. When you have anybody coming from far, by their appearance we know them. Any person that want to instigate violence or trying to like fight within one or two persons there, like maybe this one match me or no match me, they should be fast to pick them out and body and hand over them to the police. You understand? So the whatsoever person is leading the protest, there shouldn't be protest on the road here. We have the government house there. That's good. They are the one that we are passing message to, not those on the street. And let the media people work hand in hand with the people. This is not the time to do politics, to play politics. How can you be having a protest more than 200, 500 people in a spot, and there's no media person there, personally there to cover the event, to see have everything? You understand? So I think that needs to work in place. If President Tinubu want this protest to stop, it's very easy. The energy is channeling, seeing the traditional rulers and the likes. Let Tinubu address the people. Let Tinubu address the people and let them know, oh, if maybe there are some, sometimes you feel that, oh, those cabals that are doing this thing, I will get them. And now he's not so okay. They overshadow him. If he needs help, let him come out to say, people, they did not let me to do this thing, no. This is not people. Nigeria, I want to help you, is the one, but how can you even come and tell us that when you purchase private jet, purchase yacht, spend money to build this thing, Miyati Allah requested for Ministry of Livestock, you did that in space of 2 weeks. You changed national anthem in space of 3 days to 2 days. So how do you want us to believe you? You have painted yourself not to be believed. So if you have not done all those things, a yacht price is equivalent to the amount you propose for students loan. How do you want me to trust you when the yacht is? And now let's forget all this thing that is happening, because some people are labeling to be a tribal stuff. At the end of the day, let the northerners know. I'm hearing some rumors, and if it is true that some of them they are already calling our president a one-time president, and then the article and the likes of them, according to the rumors, saying that if we go one time, they are trying to conspire, so I will not go second time. You are deceiving yourself. They are deceiving themselves. Because when Buhari was the president, Buhari did not do anything for us. All our resources and our money, Buhari channel is to the northern part. They are all sharing our money. Buhari is even close his ear. He did not even hear anything. If you like die, you not concern me. Boo just a boo they go. So if their energy is too much, now they have power. During Buhari time, they did not support any protest. But if you feel that if you smell that you are trying to be tribalistic in this stuff, it is not that you are channeling your energy that you want to protest at the northerners. We will not agree with you people. Because what? During Buhari's time, because it's Buhari, not anything. And if you are thinking maybe Tinubu will use one thing, you are deceiving yourself. He's going to spend 8 years, if God wills, and God willing. But what you be looking at is this. Let them protest if people want to protest. If they come out, everybody will come out. No vandalizing of properties, no invading of people's property, privacy. Peaceful protest, walk along with the police. When it's time, you do by 9. I want you to by 6 o'clock. Let us go and rest. Tomorrow come out. let Tinubu address the within the space of 2 days or so. Once Tinubu come out to say, when we start that, oh yeah, Nigerians, so based on don't worry, we are sorry, we are going to work on this, work on this, work on that. After that, please let us what go back home and let's see what he's going to do. If he's going to open the border, the northern border has been opened during Buhari's time. We are saying, okay, if Tinubu is a businessman, let him open the border in the southwest here, this west too here. Let him open the border, so there will be inflow of goods, and let the custom do their job very well to make sure that people did not use that access to bring some country banned goods into the country. So everything can what can move fine.
Sorry, because of our time.
So no, I know. So now let the protest hold. Let it be peaceful. Let them open with border. Let President Tinubu address the country. Let's before time I tell them let us give Tinubu 1 year, and I think 1 year is not enough. Now let's bygone be bygone. Let the Igbos take the sentiment and whatsoever happen. You see, in Yoruba they say that tabagbag gbọdọ àná and then abasege. If you did not forget what happened yesterday, it's good. Yesterday we owed you back for you to move forward. They said the demand of the people is too much. When someone give you 10 demands or 15 demands, they said that there is a statement that said that they should release Nnamdi Kanu. So now, when a demand is being made, it doesn't mean that what all the demand will be attended to. When you have 15 demands and we are able to meet up with 10 out of the 15 demand or 8, so some people are telling you that what Abode George in his statement concerning this protest, some people want to spoil this thing, that Tinubu is our child, let us do it the same way they do for Buhari. When Buhari got to the president, did he buy private jet? Did he go and loan? Did he buy yacht? Did he do all these things? You understand? It is President Tinubu that has scattered this thing. And if one good turn deserve another, one protest then deserve another protest. So don't let them to be afraid. Don't let them be afraid. Let protest go on. Let them sanitize the police, not to tear gas people, not to shoot at anybody. Because when the police gun down anybody, you understand, that will lead to what? Something else. You understand? So they have to let the police know. They have to say, if they are going to write on their chest, don't kill. I hear the was your police yesterday saying that what the police be holding the police if you have been attacked and you have gun, are they telling the police not to use their gun? Look at that coming out from a police officer. So in Kenya, before 8 person after the second day was shot dead when the riot start, we can see what they are using to face the protesters. They are using water this thing. You can see that cannon. Yes, the way they use the water to flush one guy. The guy, I don't know whether the guy did not used to it. The water pushed him away. And they have their guide and they are sick. If the police should sit down, be on guard without interfering, or what's it called? No, without killing anybody. The people who can't judge, they are not animals. They can't just come and say that what they want to be what fighting the police. It's not possible. Anyone that is of right senses will not just come to protest gun and start throwing stone at the police. It's not possible. So the police too to know what they send them to do. Don't let us make this stuff to be a tribal. This is the Igbo that want to spoil Lagos. The Igbo don't want to do this. No, they should not do that. But let us have peaceful protests. I expect the police will be giving us an update on sensitizing people, educating people on how protests to go. What the constitution, the constitution gives to you as a protester. If you do this, you are wrong. If you do this, you are right. So that what the people can know that nobody wants riots, nobody wants protests. It will do anybody no good. A director of beans is 2,000 naira. There's nobody that also that is being favored by the way things are going. It's only a fraudster and someone that is that is plugging money from the tree that will tell you that what is not affected by this. If there's inflation, people hardly eat twice a day. Sometimes even to eat once a day is very difficult. and the senator did not even know the amount they are selling a bag of rice. He's comparing, saying that at least with 70,000 naira minimum wage, they will be able to what? They will be able to buy a bag of rice. I was telling senator, when you will not go to your constituency. So President Tinubu was saying it in one of his speeches that look at the senators, when they become senators, they will not go back to their constituency. They will now all stay in Abuja. And when they want vote, they will go to grassroots. Tinubu said that. Tinubu said that. When they are wanting vote, they will, that is one reason he did the autonomy. Let everybody holds the power, be responsible. That was if in this local government our chairman is not doing what he's supposed to do. He did not have any excuse to say that his governor is owing our money. He will be lying. But now the money is paid to your account. You read it in newspaper. We have it on news. They've already everybody don't collect money. Oh yeah, chairman, there's this our road for 15 years. What's up? We start holding them accountable. I know the man Tinubu want to do something good, but look at National Assembly now. They will be drawing him back. But we advise him not to relent, because if anybody cough here now in Nigeria, it's Tinubu. If I use my leg on the stone, I will call Tinubu, because now he's the figure, he's the one we are all looking at. Because securing the seat of the die is not easy, and to him, the zone is different in history of Nigeria. You know, he worked his way. I never finish. He worked his way through the power to be this, and God made it possible. Not that they just unpick him like the way there's other people. Let us support this, but no. So more reason for him to what? To surprise us for good. Let him open the border and let there be regulation concerning the border. We are not. Is it the farmers are giving us the S-men are giving us issue? Let now every local government now once the autonomy start they give them their money, give them a tax in terms of farming. Osun, Ibadan, Ekiti, Ilorin, all those states. Let's see how far they can farm. Let them invest. Let them to support the farmers. Let them give them money. During Buhari time, there is this fund that released. They call it NG Cares. That is Nigerian Cares. The money is I think 100 and something billion naira. The reason for the money is to help the soap proprietorship, the Yalata, Yelekpo. I'm a mechanic. I'm a this thing. 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Now that money was one of the senators were asked to bring 300 person from his area. Now each senator 300 traders to benefit, and each person the budget for each person is 3.2 million naira to be given to each traders. Now they extend the whole stuff to states, and it was being hijacked by the state government, whereby in Osun, Ibadan, they call it Ibadan Kies.
Okay, let us quickly look at the comment section and see that Mr.
So sorry for that. For Ibadan, they call it for Ondo, they now name it Ondo Kies. For Oyo, they don't do Oyo Kies. All of it like that. And we ask it is what? NG Kies. Now, the 3.2 million that should be given to those traders as they requested, since the state government have hijacked it, they now reduce it to 100 and something people or 200 people. Now they are told to give them 3.2 million. They reduce the money to 150, 200,000 naira. We asked from the federal government. Now, when I heard that, I was like, if I thought Buhari did not do anything, for that in second term that happened, you know that the media did not carry this thing. The media did not expose this thing. What is going on? I heard about this during a roundtable meeting among the senators talking about what happened to the money. So, are you telling me you don't have credible media houses in Nigeria again? What are the news they are carrying for us? In that state, with the traders, association of traders, they will have held the young man. So the traders association of every state will have held their what, that governors accountable for that kind of money if they have been informed the federal government has promised so traders 3.2 million naira to help you with your businesses. It was hijacked. So all those things keep happening. You know, all those things keep happening on and on for so long. So if the people did not know about what has been going on there, how do you want them to react? Because the media did not synthesize what, inform the public concerning the fund that is meant for the traders. That was why it was easy for the governors to hijack. So Nigerian media is something else. You know, they have also contributed to the downfall of the country. Because even though when they go for press conference and like the right question they are supposed to ask those person that call them for, they don't used to ask them. You understand? It's always about their selfish interest and their personal interest. Now that money goes down, that billions of naira, nobody heard about it till that day. And has there been any, you know, investigation and the this thing about the money over the years? Nothing. That billion just go like that. So if President Tinubu want to give the traders or enhance them with any fund, imagine 3.2 million is a whole lot of money. You know how many senators we have? Each local government you have a rep member, you have a assembly. Now each person is now providing 300 traders. There's no how now. 3.2 million naira. Do you know what it will do to your shop or your business, you know, or your trade, whatever you are doing? I was like, so 3.2 million naira. And now who are those that they come with the list in those states, Ondo and the likes, Ilorin? You know, their fellow party people, they just gather name, maybe like 100 names. Don't worry, 200,000 naira. Imagine 3.2 million to 200,000 naira. It's not even up to the number of people that the federal government said they should give. What is more injustice? What is more I don't know the English than that. What is more killing than that act? The same fellow human. So what is human in our politics?
Because of our time, Mr. Jimson.
You understand?
Sorry. Let us
So
have
let's
you
even
another.
address the people
Okay.
concerning the protest. Okay, give me so time. Okay. Because I got private jet. Nobody said I should not get. It's part of, you know, as a president, you have to comfort is part of it, but not at the expense of what hunger and the citizen. That's not what we need.
Sorry, because of our time. Let's have you next time. Mr. John. Good morning, sir. You are welcome, sir. Let us quickly get a reaction with what is coming from P2B saying I support the protest.
Thank you very much. First of all, I may appreciate our brothers all over the world. May God bless you wherever you are. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. May God bless you and bless your handwork and bless your family and show you the right track to succeed in life. Yes. P2B come out to say they supported this thing. And everybody has their own opinion. This is democracy. This is democracy. This is not a military era. This is democracy regime. He has the right, his own right, to say, to vomit out and to cry out that they support. Aye. Protest does not mean that we are not calling for protest. We are not calling for violence. What we are calling is for good leadership. Good leadership. So P2B to come out to say it's supported. That is it. So be it. So be it. It's your own opinion. What you are clamoring for is better than the good of leadership. Let them lead us well. Let them lead us well. Of course, not only P2B that has come out and said that it's supported. It's not only P2B because now they will turn it against P2B. Remember, article is there, and the other ones, the rest, that support this protest. Now they have, they have put the P2B in the headline. P2B. What of others?
Of course, when things are wrong, come out and say it. Don't beat, don't continue beating around the bush. Say the truth. Let the devil carry the shame. Come out and say the truth. Protest or no protest, the same government of today. What is where they thought that maybe the former leadership is not okay. They come out and protest. He's the one that really today. He's the one that mobilized under the another government, under PDP administration. He mobilized them. He protests against Jonathan. If you wait till see good by then, they still come out and protest against Jonathan. But I could remember that things are not rough like this. Things are not rough like this. Where people are hungry, dying. I could remember that you cannot buy that 80-something thousand under the Natal regime. You cannot buy that 80-something thousand. Are we talking about this? The common man food, this, that anybody can provide the money. That anybody can provide the money and buy this. Now, this is crude oil now. This is crude oil. Who know how much we buy this by then? Under the Natal regime. But when they carry their problem come, their propaganda against Jonathan. Put Jonathan away and took over. What happened? They turn everything upside down. What is starting wrong? The road, they turn it against the former government. They say it's the Jonathan government. They have sold everything already. What are we to who? Why are you deceiving yourself? Why are you deceiving yourself? Huh? So you are now clamoring that people should not come and protest. But you protest under the former government. The president of today protests against the former government. What is still good? You and I know that things are still good under the former government. The PDP government. They say PDP is bad. PDP is they are rose. Now they say they are better than PDP. Now they come up. Wait is Nigeria. They have turned Nigeria upside down. They come to turn Nigeria upside down. Now today Nigeria cannot breathe. Nigerians cannot do. The common man cannot eat. I mean, if you can be able to cook in your home now, you are a big man. Can you afford to buy meat now or fish? Go press the ordinary fish now. Ordinary chawa. Ordinary chawa. Go and press it now. Who recognized chawa before? Go and press meat. Can you be able to afford meat to cook soup? The common meat now for common for ordinary man is pomo. It's only pomo. If you can buy pomo 500, he pieces some. But not everybody can buy pomo now. Pomo. So the kind of country we find ourselves. You see it? Now the protest, you're afraid of protest. Why are you afraid of protest? Why are you asking people to not to protest? What is wrong? These things are bad in your country. It's some people should not raise alarm. The common man should not raise alarm when people are hungry. When the common man are hungry, you ask me not to vomit out. Why? Is that the country? Is this country? Is this a country?
Well, Mr. John, finally, let us look at how can we do this protest and avoid violence and destruction of lives and property.
Well, nobody is praying for violence. What you are praying for is peaceful demonstration. Unless the people that will cause that will put the violence on the top of this protest, say it's the enemy of the progress. There are millions of followers. People don't want good. That don't want good in this country. That one that will put another into the protest. That's the one.
Sorry, we don't have much time.
Stand there, I will have to talk. Let me talk my mind. Let me finish. So those people, those enemy of progress, who don't like the truth, who always beating around the bush, they are the one to always put fire. When good things that happen in this country, they are the one that that will come out to spoil spoil the peaceful demonstration. That's the one. Because they still get the million of single followers. Because of what they will eat, go to their pocket. They will come and spoil the peaceful demonstration. I mean, the tax, the Eurobats. But anything, because they are the one in throw now. When things are going on, they can never come out and say the truth. They are in throw. When things are going wrong in this country, you can never see Eurobats to come out and say the truth. You can never see them. That's what they are. They can never come out and say, this is wrong. Why our brother is doing like this? This is not what we expected from him. After we suffer from Buhari regime. So what are you telling? What are you telling me? That you ask me not to vomit, not to cry out. What a country! What a country!
I think let me say a very big thank you, Mr. John.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Mr. Kunle, let us have your view. Why are you saying this? Come closer, let me have your view. Let us get your view with respect to the protest.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here. Good morning. Good morning. Good to be on your
What is your
program.
take on the protest?
My take is anybody that wants to protest, they should protest constructively. And anybody that don't want to join the protest, like I'm not going to be a part of the protest, and I say it. If you say you want to join the protest, it's for your own peril. Go there and join. Don't come and disturb me anywhere I'm working, and I have a right to carry not for protest. I'm from let the president breathe. I have a right, and I will carry my tag. Let the president breathe. And any nuisance that come my way, I will flush him up and I will deal with him. That's it. Because I have my backup too. So if you are angry, you want to protest, go to your mama village or go to your mama room. Go first start protest there. No start protest from my head. I'm here for peace. But if you say you stubborn, cross my way. Because this protest, they are saying, no be today. I did protest under military then, but we applied decorum. Not all this protest, Jankara protest they are doing now. That some people will be using that as an opportunity to break an entry of houses to destroy, all this. So to me, all these guys, if you know you want peace in this country, stay away or let your protest be decorum. Let there be decorum in your protest. The world UN articles, protest is allowed for any country, but that protest has to be constructive, not delegatory, not destructive protest. Nigerians, we've done the answers, and the answers, the hoodlums allowed the innocent citizen to be killed. And number two again, look at the organizers of those answers. Macaroni, Fast, DJ, what's it called? They were aware that they were sending military out, to quench the protest around 5-6. We were in Alausa. They gave us that information, and we clicked to that information. But those guys that they call themselves leaders of the protest in Lekki, they left the children of nobody to be killed without not informing them that the soldiers are coming out. Let's retreat. So I'm saying this. Two wrongs don't make a right. But when you know your enemy is coming to you, you can fight. You can retreat to fight for another day. But your sense need to tell you, say, you can retreat. So to me,
I must say very thank you.
You must advise them. I can tell you, you must advise them.
I will do that.
Brain.
I will do that.
Brain.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kunle. Thank you very much, Mr. Kunle. Thank you very much.
Advise us. Let me tell you, our Baba, who is on throne there, is the one that teaches us how to protest. Tinubu is the one who teaches us how to protest. He has been a leader of protester. So we are following him. So now, it's in turn, Emilio come. Nigeria must protest. Leave Kule, we must protest.
Okay, thank you very much. I think this is a good place to let it go. But let us quickly remember that in 2012, under the former administration of President Jonathan, when there were protests against subsidy removal of gasoline, Tinubu himself as one of the leaders of the opposition parties, admonishing the police that the protest, their children's life depends on the protest, their children's life depends on the protest, and their own life as well depends on the protest. As such, that they should not shoot protesters. Let us equally remember that Section 40 of 1999 Constitution as amended give Nigerians the right of peaceful protest. But that notwithstanding, that does not give anybody the leverage, the power to start destroying lives and property. What we are trying to say in essence is nobody is empowered by law to destroy lives and property. We understand that someone like Obi have come out to say, yes, I back the protest. We are seeing the lives of fashion, I found a very fashion led by Adebanjo saying I back the protest. We are seeing the fashion led by Fashionality saying don't ignore Adebanjo's fashion. We are not interested in the protest. We are equally seeing student union saying we pull out of the protest and making demand. But one thing is clear: whoever is interested in the protest, whoever is wants to participate in the protest, is empowered by Section 40 of 1999 Constitution as amended. But why you do that, it must be done within the ambit of the law. To our viewers online, I must say a very big thank you. We may not have the time to start going through all the comments online, but let me see whether we can quickly pick some. I think this is coming from Mr. Sam saying, go ahead with the protest. That comes from Mr. Sam. This one, that one is saying, I think this is Mr. Daniel saying that that should be an address. I think he's trying to address Kule, but Kule is no longer here. This is I think people were trying to talk to Kule, but Kule have left here. But let me quickly tell you that because of our time, we don't have time to go into the comment section to start analyzing it. But I'll promise that by tomorrow we're going to make it interactive. As the comment is coming, we'll be reading it out. But for now, I think this is a good place to let it go. I must say very thank you for your time. This is Satellite Media, and I'm Mr. Matthew. Thank you very much.